They jogging, but Groxy, he just and the pretty boy finna end your title reign. Arturo Gotti, we in this thing with the whole posse in his fit. Just asking to just rob me, and these kicks just asking to start rocking. But you ain't gotta ask, just watch me. Go ahead and keep the lights on. I just wanna, I see you sweat. Just keep the lights on. Yeah, hands up like.
We come to you live on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by the former national champion and National Player of the Year. What a run for Jay Williams.
If you want to tell the fans more about my accolades, I'm not going to stop you, but I think the attention should be focused on the game this evening. Let's pay attention to the court.
Jay, these 10 players on the court are ready to go, and so are we. All right, here we go. Curry to Walker. Now a drive, but the shot won't fall. LeBron with it up top. He'll run the offense. Short jumper misses.
You see, Ed, this is what the refs need to start calling. The defender hit the shooter right around the waist, which made him lunge into his shot and took away all of his concentration for it.
Here comes the screen. The screen sets him up for two.
When the ball was in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Irving with the basketball. Down two. Harden to Irving.
Right.
Durant to Irving.
Gotta come through. Shot.
Shot from in close, no good. Across the timeline, it's Walker. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving missed his first. That one goes.
Woo! Did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Match up, y'all.
Paul George. Harden in possession. Looking to make something happen. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Knocks down the first.
Good shot.
Two for two on that trip. To Antetokounmpo. Curry. To Antetokounmpo. Giannis Antetokounmpo. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
George to Kemba Walker. Nothing going here on that drive. Kemba Walker. Harden's on him. Short jumper off the mark. To James. Durant. Irving. His first effort off the mark. Curry with the ball. To Paul George. It's Irving with the rebound.
I got him.
Leonard to Durant. To Leonard. And count the basket inside.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Paul George to Curry. Fine to shoot. Goes to the left side. Paul George fires. Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Can't connect on the first free throw. He missed a pair of free throws. Irving into the front court. Leads a bucket.
Side up.
Rebound pulled down by Giannis. Curry to Adetokounmpo. Giannis Adetokounmpo. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Harden to Leonard. LeBron matched up with Paul George. Spinning shot, won't fall.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job.
Throws it down off the alley-oop pass. Jay, that's a strong connection.
And it's always about the play before the play. Look how the eyesight was able to connect between two players. We call that an eyesight contract, because when you have a contract that's signed, sealed, and then delivered like that, that's how great plays are made.
Watch that cutter.
Here's Leonard for 2. Add 2 points to the board.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
Curry to Embiid. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
Harden in possession. The score 10-8. Nothing going here on that drive. Leonard. He was all over him.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Embiid to Adetokounmpo. Nothing going here on that drive. Giannis Adetokounmpo. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly, because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
James against Paul George. To Durant. Nothing going here on that drive. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Harden, he engulfed him that time. Curry with the basketball. The score 12-8. Screen coming. Adetokounmpo to George. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock.
Shot up.
Giannis Adetokounmpo. He's been lights out so far. 5 for 5.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Leonard to Irving. Taken down by Giannis. Sets him up. Anthony Davis pins it. No good, but 2 shots coming up for Joel Embiid.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
And he connects on the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws.
Right.
Nothing going here on that drive. Leonard to Durant. Irving to Harden. Beyond the arc for 3. No good. That's great defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
George to Adetokunbo. Curry. Tough shot. He hits. His instincts are unnatural, but what makes him so good given the work he's put in?
The special thing about Stephen Curry is that his entire life he has practiced great habits. A lot of players practice and get up shots, but they don't practice the right habits. And that comes from lineage. His father, Del Curry, making sure that he puts in the time and effort, but the proper skill with the time and effort.
He scores on the step back. Jay, how did he get free?
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Catch up, baby. Got him. I got him. Here we go.
Paul George to Embiid. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
My ball.
Anthony Davis lets it fly. To Curry. Adetokunbo. Pass to the rim. Here's Irving into the front court. His team down 9. Harden to Leonard. He throws it down.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Here's Curry with it up top. Exactly a minute to go here in the opening quarter.
Cut it. Coming through.
To Paul George. Has a look.
Get back in there.
The shot by George won't go down.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Adetokunbo to Embiid. Can't connect from in close.
Got it.
Kyrie across the timeline.
Pick up.
Down 5.
Screen coming.
That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
It's Steph for 2. He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate. Deep 3 at the buzzer. 3 at the buzzer is good. And a fitting close to this one. They're right back in it after 1 quarter of play. Jay, one quarter down. Both sides getting a feel for where this game is going.
Both teams are trying to feel each other out, but I like the aggression that both teams established in the first quarter. This is the first quarter league. The way you play in the opening minutes really sets the tone for the rest of the game.
Lillard to Thompson.
Right.
Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Now a shot by Thompson. No good. To Antetokounmpo. Westbrook to Russell. Kevin Durant. Huge block. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by D'Angelo Russell. Durant with the basketball up top. They trail by 2. To Lillard. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. 5 on the shot clock.
Watch the cutter, man.
Anthony Davis lets it go.
Oh, yeah,
Can't connect. Westbrook into the front court. 2-point advantage. Russell to Antetokounmpo. Anthony Davis able to recover with the block. Durant across the timeline. He'll run the offense. Here comes the screen. Durant against the former MVP. Lillard to Simmons. Antetokounmpo, the rebound. Westbrook with it. Lead is 2. To Antetokounmpo. Westbrook. Joel Embiid. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
The reality is no one can guard a player at his level one-on-one. The help defense needs to be shown, and he needs to see a series of obstacles instead of just one individual.
Davis to Simmons. Here comes the screen.
Get through the screen. Get through it.
Lillard. They love this hustle. And he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Russell Westbrook sizing up the all-star Lillard. Russell to Westbrook.
What's the backcourt?
5 seconds to shoot.
Come on, man.
Russell Westbrook steps into it.
I got
No
this.
good.
I got this.
D's got it. Damian Lillard. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Nothing going here on that drive. It's Westbrook. Count the basket.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Across the timeline comes James. Trailing by 4. To Lillard. James. Short jumper. Won't fall. James into the front court. Down 4. To Davis. Shot from the lane won't go. Lillard to Thompson.
Watch the cutter coming through. Bump.
Down to 5 on the 24. Right down Broadway for the 2. Defender has to pick him up. The maturity of one of the game's greatest on full display.
Yeah, LeBron James still proving that he can get up there with the highest of the high. But still, I love the fact that he recognizes less is more now. LeBron James 2007, every play is a dunk. Now it just happens once in a while. Enjoy the greatness.
Thompson to Lillard. He's 2 for 2 now.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
I got him.
Russell into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Middleton to Russell. Middleton. Not that time. Westbrook across the timeline. Leads a bucket. Screen coming. Russell against the former Cougar. To Jokic. With a drop step. Off the mark.
Nothing better than when the defense communicates to each other that the shot clock is down to 5. When they yell red, they apply even more pressure on the ball.
It's LeBron. He shoots. Oh, off the mark.
Here we go. I got him.
Middleton to Russell.
Screen right, screen right, screen right.
Here comes the screen. Russell to Westbrook. Trying to cash in. Cleans it up. Nice touch around the basket with the tip. We get a whistle and a timeout as they'll take a moment to talk things over. New blood coming in for both sides. Durant to Harden.
Screen coming your way, screen coming your way.
Durant to Harden. Has a chance. Deep two there, won't go.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Able to convert inside. Simply put, can you build a franchise around Blake Griffin right now?
No, not right now. I think he's starting to get to the latter part of his career. I think he could be a key cog in a championship team, but just not the main guy.
Harden gets it in the left corner. Durant. Kevin Durant. The defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one. How do you neutralize a threat like Kevin Durant?
Well, that weak side defender constantly has to shade Kevin Durant and that primary defender. You have to funnel KD into help every single possession, contest shots, and hope that you can deter his vision and that he misses.
Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Westbrook. It's LeBron with the rebound. To Lillard. The drive right to the basket. Harden to James. all over you. Westbrook into the front court. Up by 3. Doesn't get the bounce. To Harden. Lillard guarded by Russell Westbrook. Short jumper stays out.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Here comes the screen. Russell Westbrook, defended by Lillard. Kawhi Leonard with a piece. That's going to be out of bounds. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Kyrie with the rock. To Durant. Nothing going here on that drive. Kevin Durant. Can't ask for much more. He's perfect. 5 for 5 from the field. Kevin Durant, dynamic once again.
And giving it to you any way you want it. On the block, from the perimeter, mouse in the house, whatever the scenario is, Kevin Durant has an answer.
Kemba Walker matched up with Harden. Durant with the basketball up top. It's a one-point game as we approach halftime. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
George to Griffin. You've got to get that one to go. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
Hey, lock up.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. So a tight one as we reach the break in a one-point game. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. The East All-Stars will start the second half with a narrow lead, and these guys have every reason to feel good about how they scored effectively in that opening half. Great offensive display. The West All-Stars are within striking distance at the half. And when the losing team is shooting this well from the field, you know you're in for a special night.
Game track. Field goals.
This matchup has been all about consistent offense. Each team has a solid field goal percentage, and in turn, it makes the second half all about the defense. I want to see which players step up to make the difference.
Player of the half.
Antetokounmpo has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after one half of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Into the front court, it's Irving. His guys now trailing by a point. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of that.
To George. Going to launch beyond the arc. No good. Irving with the basketball. His guys lead here, early stages, third quarter. Leonard to Durant. Rises for the slam.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Here come a left.
Walker to Curry. Shot won't go. Joel Embiid. He's now 4 for 6.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Durant across the timeline. Leads just a point. Kawhi Leonard. Tough matchup against George. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
I got ball. Look, I got him.
To Adetokunbo. Curry. Paul George to Curry.
Cutter.
Shot up.
Knocks it down off the step back.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. Oh, errant pass as it's taken away. Curry to bring it up. His guys now down by a point. George to Embiid. Joel Embiid. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Leonard to Harden. Nothing going here on that drive. On the drive, it's Harden, but his shot no good. Paul George to Adetokunbo. Curry to Embiid. Harden with the rebound. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Kawhi Leonard trying to cash in on the three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. George to Adetokunbo. Scores from the post.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
To Leonard. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off. Oh,
He sent that one to the third row.
he was locked in. That was impressive. LeBron James matched up with Paul George.
Screen, get over.
Leonard to James.
Cutter, get a tag. I like this double team right here.
Kevin Durant lets it fly, and he hits.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2 guard. Scary.
Giannis He's in control of the basketball. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Irving brings the ball up court to Durant. Harden to Leonard. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. It's no good. Shot's not going down. Giannis with it up top. Tie game, third quarter. To Curry. Nothing going here on that drive. Not that time. Kawhi Leonard. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space.
Here we go.
I did, but the defender didn't.
Curry.
Watch the shot. Watch the shot.
That's good D. Shot no good.
I got it.
Harden with it up top. Lead is 2. Irving buries the wide open 3. That's too easy.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Kemba Walker here against Harden. To Antetokounmpo. Fires the 3. Not that time. The feed stolen away. Walker to Curry. That's no good. And it's Leonard there to clear the rebound. Irving to James. LeBron James. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
Changes coming from both sides right now.
I got ball. I got ball. I got something for him.
Steph Curry matched up with Lillard. To Walker. Middleton.
Shot.
With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
The savvy players, they create contact. They throw their arms in you. They even throw their bodies into you. And as soon as you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
That's out of bounds. Last touch by LeBron. Substitution being made in this one. Walker with the basketball. The deficit now up to 5. Antetokounmpo to Kemba Walker. Give it to him. Kemba Walker. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
When I think about Kemba Walker, I think about a self-made elite PG. He's a little guy that thrives amongst the NBA giants, and he's fearless. Let me tell you about how fearless he is. Even Alvin Gentry said he's probably the biggest competitor he's ever seen. You could put him right up there with the likes of Kobe Bryant from a competitive standpoint. That goes to show you that Walker will do anything and everything to beat you every possession.
Stuffs it down with authority.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. To Davis. Here comes the screen. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket. AD, is he a new age big?
Easy answer is yes. He is Mr. Versatility. He can do everything on both the offensive and the defensive end. He can fight the post, battle for position. He can protect the rim. Plus, if you switch, he can guard guards on the perimeter. That's what you love about AD. You need something, he has an answer for you.
And he's fouled. Davis going to the line for two.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
First free throw is good. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Curry into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. To Griffin. Russell. Anthony Davis tips it. Durant with the basketball up top. Looking to make something happen. Jumper's good.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Curry into the front court. The deficit is 6. Screen coming. Russell to Griffin. They go to Jokic down low. Nikola Jokic. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Thompson to Durant. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Nothing going here on that drive. And he drains it.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Russell with it up top. Down 6. To Middleton. Curry to Griffin. Able to convert inside.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
To Durant. Easy pass to the rim.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Russell into the front court. Now down 6. Middleton. Whoa, Chris Middleton. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Nikola Jokic rejects it. And 2 for AD. Long key from 3/4 court. Fourth quarter getting underway as it's Team LeBron with the ball first. And that third quarter was one to forget. Remember, Jay, they led at the break, and now they find themselves on the wrong side of the score.
Yeah, but this game is about next play. If you spend too much time worried about what was, you can't focus on what is. Put that quarter behind you and focus on the task at hand.
The drive by Westbrook, but a shot stays out. Here's Simmons with it up top. Up 5. And good work defensively as the pass is taken away.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Here comes the screen. Russell Westbrook up against the Weber State product. Griffin buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Here comes the screen. Thompson to James. Down to 5 on the 24. It's James. Yes! Three-pointer is good.
Well, just the ability to step back and be able to knock that shot down, think about what that does to the defender, Ed. It makes the defender come out, which leads to the next setup, which is an easy drive to the rim. Look for that one coming soon.
And the result this time, another trifecta. Ball's loose. Look at him on the deck. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. James. Finish that to Westbrook. Short jumper stays out. Irving into the front court. Leads 5. Davis. Giannis in control of the basketball. Stuffs it down with authority.
And Ed, here's my offensive theory. More touches, more points. This is a fast-paced league. Either the coaches adapt or you'll be left behind.
Shot from in close, no good. To Westbrook. And the reward, he's going to the line.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
First one, count it. And gets both to drop at the line. LBJ with it. To Durant.
Left.
To Harden. Yes! And a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
James Harden at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. The free throw, good. Caps off the three-point play. The lead is 4. Curry to Walker. Nothing going here on that drive. It's AJ for 2. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
2-point shot for James Harden. Into the front court, it's Walker. His group now down 2. To Curry. From long range. Won't go down. To Durant. Leonard. To Durant. And scores at the basket. Jay, tough recovery that time.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Paul George to Kemba Walker. Nice pass to set things up.
And when the ball gets the defense rotating from side to side, you're bound to find opportunities for each other.
LeBron into the front court. Leads a bucket. Durant to Harden. James Harden now 3 for 9.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
George to Embiid. It's James controlling the offense. To Leonard. It was right there.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
That's dancing with danger. Kemba Walker left wide open, and he drills it for 3.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
Irving to Durant. Big finish at the rim. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
Curry with the basketball. His guys down 3. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Nothing going here on that drive. Gets a look. Can't hit.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have to be thinking about that the entire next possession.
Great freak for 2. Kawhi Leonard. Yes, it drops. A little drama on that one.
You see, the savvy players, they can create contact. They can throw their arms into you, even their bodies into you, and as soon as the refs blow the whistle once or twice and you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
Paul George to Adetokunbo. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper won't go down.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots, but the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Here's Curry with it up top. 5-point game. To Embiid. Had a chance, but it's no good. Irving to Harden. Irving to Durant. Giannis Adetokunbo sends it away.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of it. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Go down. Smothering defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Irving. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion, and it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance, and in their mind they do, but in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
Irving. Message received. Well defended. Curry to bring it up. Down 3.
My ball.
Kawhi Leonard snatching it out of the air.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Harden, crazy shot that time. No good.
Let's go. Pick him up. Pick him up.
Give it to him. Kemba Walker, 3 for 6 now.
Ed, here's a next level comment for you. K-Walk is one of the rare guys in the league today that blurs the lines between the streets and the league.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Durant across the timeline. His guys now trailing by a point. Here comes the screen. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Irving to Durant. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Cruises inside for 2.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
We get a whistle and a timeout as they'll get a minute to regroup and talk things over. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here comes some changes. Thompson to Durant. Goes to the left side. Leonard to James. Thompson. Shot clock winding down. To Thompson. Deep 3 at the buzzer.
The East got the win in a nail-biter. Look no further than their field goal percentage to see why they won this one. It's hard to lose when you got consistent offense supported by reliable defense. The West just couldn't close this one out. And even though they shot so well from the field, I bet they're only thinking about the shots they missed. This was a tough game to lose. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the West All-Stars.
Game track. Assists.
The teams in this matchup did a great job of moving the ball and keeping the game flowing. It was
The All-Star Game MVP. Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete. These are the top plays of the game. And And that does it for our post-game wrap-up.